Life in danger. Representative Adam Schiff is yet another obstructionist who is doing his best to stop President Trump. His latest effort is ridiculous. He has put forth a new amendment that would stop the Secret Service from spending any funding at business entities owned by Trump's sons or his immediate family. The most ridiculous amendment we have heard from the left in almost a week is directed to the Department of the Interior, Environment, and Related Agencies Appropriations Act and would stop the agency's funding to be used to purchase, rent, or otherwise acquire goods or services, including hotel rooms, office space, or golf carts. Advertisement. What the hell is wrong with Adam Schiff? Does he really not have anything better to do? Is there nothing else that would serve his constituents better? The immense honor and responsibility of serving as President of the United States should never be exploited for profit or personal gain, Schiff said in a statement. That the Trump Organization is profiting off the Secret Service is an abuse of taxpayer money and an improper method of enrichment. The amendment was introduced as part of the upcoming spending package. The House will be evaluating this package after their comeback from another undeserved vacation. Advertisement. In an interview with USA Today earlier this month, the head of the Secret Service said 1,000 agents had already reached their federal salary caps and overtime payments for the year. They seem to forget the $20 million in overtime last year. This isn't a new issue. Why pin this on Trump? This problem has been going on for a long time. The president has a large family, and our responsibility is required in law, Secret Service Director Randolph Ailes told the newspaper. I can't change that. I have no flexibility. What is Adam Schiff thinking? What do you think about this? Dianne Feinstein booed by hometown SF crowd for finally admitting truth about Trump. California Senator Dianne Feinstein was the recipient of heckling and boos from her San Francisco crowd on Tuesday. She received the boos because she said that it was possible for President Trump to become a good president. Why would they boo? Don't they want this nation to be led by a good president? During an open Q&A session at the Commonwealth Club, Feinstein was questioned on whether she knows if Republicans in Congress will definitively turn against President Trump by criticizing him publicly and urging him to resign from office. Advertisement. The audience was angry because of her response. It's funny to see the left consuming itself in rage and anger for no reason other than to be upset. Look, this man is going to be president most likely for the rest of this term. I just hope he has the ability to learn and change, and if he does, he can be a good president, Feinstein responded. Senator Dianne Feinstein was laced with boos after trying to be positive about a political foe. It's amazing, all these months of telling people how horrible President Trump is, and Feinstein is shocked that people would boo her when she tries to speak positively of President Trump. A good president makes life better for everyone. So these losers don't seem to grasp how it works out. Even conservatives, true conservatives, wanted Obama to be a good president even though we knew he would be awful. Advertisement. I understand how you feel. I understand how you feel, Feinstein responded. But Feinstein didn't back down. She combated the question. She knows that her party would do best if they would stop fighting President Trump so vehemently and try to benefit the American people. What do you think of the Q&A session? Was Feinstein in the right about what she said? Share this story. While America focused on Harvey, Trump quietly released some major economic news. The U.S. economy grew faster than what was predicted. President Trump is having great effects on the economy. This is the fastest growth in over 2 years. Signs are pointing to sustained momentum for the third quarter. Gross domestic product increased at a 3.0% annual rate in the April to June period, the Commerce Department said in its second estimate on Wednesday. The upward revision from the 2.6% pace reported last month reflected robust consumer spending as well as strong business investment. Advertisement. This is the best since the first quarter in 2015. This was after a 1.2% growth in the first quarter. Trump is setting the economy up for huge things. Q2 GDP, revised, up 3.0% versus 2.8% estate. From CNBC. Retail sales and business spending data so far suggest the economy maintained its stamina early in the third quarter. Economists saw a limited impact on growth from Hurricane Harvey, which devastated parts of Texas. Advertisement. Growth estimates for the third quarter are up to 3.4%. There is also other data that shows the administration's success. Private employers ramped up hiring in August. They added 237,000 jobs, this was 36,000 higher than in July. The ADP National Employment Report was released ahead of the government's more comprehensive employment report on Friday, which is expected to show solid job gains in August and diminishing labor market slack. The dollar escalated again. This was impressive to climb as much as it did compared to other currencies. Interest rates will go up in December with the bounce back of the U.S. economy. With GDP quickening in the second quarter, the economy grew 2.1% in the first half of 2017. While that was up from the 1.9% reported last month, economists said it was unlikely growth this year would breach Republican President Donald Trump's ambitious 3.0% target. What do you think of this? How good do you think the president can make the economy? General Mattis makes unexpected announcement about the transgender military ban. President Trump made it official on Friday. The military is now safe. On Friday, the president signed a presidential memo that directed that the Department of Defense to stop accepting transgender people who are trying to enroll in the U.S. Armed Forces. General Mattis will enforce this directive. The memo details Trump's previous Twitter announcement last month that he would re-implement a ban on transgender people serving in the U.S. military, and officially requests the Pentagon begin to implement the ban. Advertisement. This will strengthen the military in two ways. It makes sure that everyone in the possibly affected units is safe as well as the potential enlisted transgender individuals. Also, it saves the military some money. Granted, it's not the biggest amount of money ever recorded, but it certainly makes sense. Trump's memo bars transgender people from enlisting, but instructs Secretary of Defense James Mattis to further explore how to handle transgender people currently serving in the armed forces. This is a good thing for everyone. Transgender people tend to be mentally ill and have a very high suicide rate. That is not something someone needs in his or her battalion while on the front lines in a war. Advertisement. War is stressful enough without people who already have mental issues and serious confusion on the brain. This takes into account the safety of the unit and the mental health of the transgender individual. The memo also orders the Pentagon to stop paying for gender reassignment surgeries, except in cases that are already in progress. It also requests that the Pentagon develop an implementation plan for the ban by March 23, 2018. The U.S. government should have never been paying for these surgeries anyway. It's nearly impossible to get essential surgery while in the military, but these reassignment surgeries were easy to come by. Trump is fixing years of Obama's mess one step at a time. General Mattis is a great man to carry this out. Fixing the military is of utmost importance. What do you think of President Trump doing this great thing? Just in liberal anti-Trump mega march ends in humiliation after one day. The march to D.C. from Charlottesville, Virginia began with sheer power in numbers with almost 200 marchers, sarcasm intended. They started on Monday. By Tuesday morning there were 35 marchers left. It's comical. This is a mega march. Over 200 people came together today to take a stand against bigotry and hate, march organizers said on Twitter. We're marching from Hashville to DC. Join us, gville2dc.us. The overnight train stopped all by 35 marchers from continuing their march. This was despite a weak pep-talking and police who were escorting the group from Emancipation Park downtown Sunday. We have started the day. The group tweeted shortly after 10 a.m., "We have about 35 folks marching against white supremacy." Despite the vicious falling in population, the group still called it a victory. Decrease in numbers, the group still declared a victory, saying not rain nor sleet nor snow nor hail will stop us from marching from Hashville to DC. The march was supposedly a direct response to the Unite the Right rally that was put together by a former Obama confidant posting as a white supremacist. This is where the Charlottesville violence occurred and a white supremacist drove into a crowd. It killed one person and injured 19 others. This is the time to confront white supremacy in our government and throughout our history, the group says on its website about the march. We demand that President Trump be removed from office for allying himself with this ideology of hate, and we demand an agenda that repairs the damage it's done to our country and its people. The group was planning to take the route that uses US 29 until they get to I-66. They will make their way to Washington where the march is supposed to end. The 10-day march starts at 9:30 a.m. every morning and is giving out vegan meals. In addition, the marchers will be provided with housing, and a security detail will follow the group, according to the group's website. What do you think about this mega march?